So now I'd like to talk about the basics for the first time you get on your board and actually go out on the water. You understand the basics of what to do with the paddle. Now I want to make sure that your first experience on the water, you have a big smile on your face. I want to start with talking about the carry handle. While it's an easy way to tip the board up and carry the board, I like to call it the sweet spot for balance and comfort. So when you first slide on the board, I want you to slide on the board on your knees, and I want you to exactly straddle that position, like this. So you're exactly straddling the carry handle. I don't want you to be back like this or up here. I want you to be right here. That's going to really help stabilize you. You actually have 5 points of contact when you're paddling on your knees, your feet, and the paddle blade. I think you're going to see within a minute, 2, 3, maybe 4 minutes at the most, you're going to say, hey, I can really feel the water under me, but this is really a lot more stable than I thought it was going to be. So when you go to get up, of course things change. Your center of balance goes up, you go up higher, the board's going to want to rock some more. So I want to give you the key hints to assure that you go from a kneeling to a standing position and paddle away with ease. The first thing is I want you to keep your core tight, set your paddle down right in front of you, and straddle it with your fingers. As you go to get up, here's the key thing. Make sure you put your feet exactly where your knees were. So I'm going to keep my core tight. I'm going to get into this position. Now, when I'm doing that, I want to make sure that I'm keeping my weight really even on both sides. If I really tip to one side, it could fall in that way. So as you're coming up, you're going to feel the board moving under you. You've only got the 2 points of contact. Get the paddle in the water. Any kind of stroke, it doesn't matter. It'll give you a 3rd point of contact and stabilize you. As you get a stroke, just a gentle little stroke going, for the first time you'll reach up to the top of the paddle and start stroking. Have a little bit of bend in your knees. Focus on keeping your core tight. Okay, so now I'm on the water on my knees. There's a lot of boat chop today. There's really no wind at all. So the board's moving around some. And I want to remind you about the paddle things. First, get the whole blade in the water before you start to stroke. The whole blade. Remember to keep the shaft of the paddle completely vertical so it drives the board forward. If you're on an angle like this, see how the board just wants to turn? Whereas if I'm going straight vertical, the board goes nice and straight. And now I want to review going from the kneeling to the standing position. Keep your core tight. Paddle down in front of you. Remember, put your feet exactly where your knees were. As you come up, immediately get to the top of the paddle. Even before you're fully standing, get the paddle in the water so you have a 3rd point of contact. And then you're ready to paddle away.